Hello and welcome. My name is Portia. In today's Tai Chi class, we are going to balance the Yin and the Yang and the give and take with slow Tai Chi movements. You will need a sturdy chair, and you can wear socks with grips as I am wearing. You can be barefoot, or if you prefer, you can wear shoes. Let's begin by taking a seat on the chair and pressing your back against the chair back. Feel the height of your spine with your head, ears, over shoulders, over your ribs, over your hips. With a little bit of space between each thigh and foot, place your hands on your thighs, spreading the fingers wide to feel the stretch between the webbing, and then gently press into your thighs to lift the chest. Take a big breath in. Stay tall. Exhale through your mouth. And feel any muscles that are tight around the shoulders and the neck release. Let's try that again. Couple more breaths just like that. We're using the breath to relax and focus the mind and to bring awareness to our bodies. One more time. Releasing each arm by your sides with the palms facing front. Roll the shoulders and feel your shoulder blades right along the back of the chair. Feel how they slide and glide over the rib cage. And they help support the shoulder and the arms and the upper body in general. Two more. Keep the breath at the pace that works for you. And then let's take the right arm up and down, and now the left. As you move the arms, we'll keep alternating just like this. Let the palms face inward with the thumb up and the pinky down. Feel how the shoulder blade might move along the chair back. This is perfectly normal. You want to keep your chest open. I like to say smile across the collarbone. And then maybe that smile makes it to your lips. Last time. Now, both arms hinging forward right here at your hip joint, keeping your spine straight and long. Breath in and breath out. And see how it feels to take your back away from the chair back. This type of move helps to strengthen your entire upper back, helps you with seated and standing posture, and everyday movements that we do. One more time. And if that feels comfortable with your back away from the chair back, then come with me and scoot to the front edge of the chair and walk your feet back out. In this position, we want the heels just underneath the knees, and you can spread your toes wide, even if they're in shoes or socks, and then bring your arms by your sides. And we go back to the same movement again, hinging forward right at your hips, and then back. Now, with our back away from the chair, we can feel the muscles working to keep us in one long line from where your hips find the chair to the top of your head. Think of your back line and think of a wall moving with you forward and then guiding you back. And imagine the wall is only in the middle of your back. This will allow you to move your arms behind if that feels good, and then maybe a little bit more in front if that feels good. Try that 2 more times, just feeling the easy glide of the arms and your torso forward and then upright again. And then stay seated tall. If this position feels good to you, then stay here. If it feels like you're starting to slump like this, move yourself right back into the chair, and you'll have the chair back to guide you through these next series of exercises. From here, let's take our right arm and pull back with the palm up. And as we do that, press forward with your left and then come back. We'll do this a couple times, feeling the easy swing of the arms. We've got one palm, the left palm, facing front, and the right palm up. Add a little bit of rotation to the right, and then back to center. Feeling the rotation of your ribs right over your hips. 2 more times. Let your head go with you if that feels comfortable, and if not, keep your head forward with your eyes looking forward. Release. Give the arms a little shake, fingers at your sides, and roll the shoulders. And then bring your left palm up by your side, and we'll press forward with the right. Starting with the easy swing forward and back. Each arm is doing something slightly different. And when you're ready, start to add the rotation around your ribs. Bringing your eyes to face to the left and then back to center. 3 more times. Use the breath where you need it, meaning you can breathe in as you rotate and out as you return, or the other way. Just make sure that you do breathe when you need. Release, and let's take the hands down, roll your shoulders, and adding on, we're going to go back to this movement here with the left hand coming forward, right arm back, but we're going to also move the left leg. Slide forward with the heel, and then slide back. Now, I like to take an inhale to sit tall and an exhale. When you slide your left heel out, bring your toes up to the ceiling and press the heel down. This helps you to anchor the leg. And then we can start to add the hinge back in and maybe feel a little stretch through the back of your left leg. 3 more times. One more time. And release. Let the arms come down by your sides. Roll the shoulders. And then we do the same thing on the other side. This time extending your right heel out with the toes up towards the ceiling. Let's get the arms ready to go. And then we press. Starting first with the rotation, arm movement, and the sliding in and out of the heel. Think of a line on the floor that your heel is tracing forward, starting to add the rotation to the left now, if you haven't already. On the next one, we're going to add the hinge forward and feel the length and the stretch in the back of your right thigh. Pressing forward, rotate. 3 more times. Automatically, let's go to the other side, and then we'll switch each time to the right with the left leg, and now to the left with the right leg. And feel that easy yin and yang, left and right, each side working in harmony with each other. Even though you might feel a little different on each side, maybe one leg doesn't slide out as far, or maybe there's less of a hinge forward, it's okay. This is a great time to start to notice what feels different from one side to the other. Let's do 2 more sets. As we bring the toes to the ceiling, this helps to bring more of a stretch in the back of the leg. Keep the knee slightly bent so we protect the knee. And coming back to center, release the hands by your sides and just shimmy out the shoulders. Take a big shoulder roll. And remember, at any time, you can sit right back up against the chair back and do these same moves. Sitting tall with head over your shoulders, over your ribs, over your hips. We begin our next series. Press out with the right hand and then bring the hand down. Trying that again. Push out, almost like you're making a circle to the side of your torso. One more time. Now, start to look to the right as you press out your right hand, and then look forward as the hand goes down. Press, look, and only go as far as you feel comfortable in the left side of the neck. One more time. Seated nice and tall. And now keep your eye gaze forward, and we'll start the press with the left arm. Right away, notice if this side feels maybe a little different, that's perfectly okay. Feel upright in your seat, tall and strong through your trunk. Slow movements of the arm. Now look to the left. Feel the difference on this side, and then look forward. Maybe the neck is a little tighter. It can depend on a lot of different things. We're not making any judgment calls or necessarily trying to fix. We're just noticing. One more time. Going back to the right arm with the look, extend out your left leg. And now switch to the left arm, right leg. Notice how this might feel different than what we just did, as we are only focusing on turning the head right on top of the shoulders. And as we do this, we're extending the opposite leg out. Pressing your heel down, toes to the ceiling. Feel that connection to the earth, to the strength of the floor beneath your foot. And then feel the opposite reach of the head towards the ceiling. Lengthening your spine, strengthening your back and your abdominal muscles just by sitting up tall. One more to each side. I love the way this makes me feel grounded with the feet on the floor, yet light and long, with the head reaching towards the ceiling. Roll the shoulders. Moving on to the next series, turn your body to the right and allow your left knee to come underneath the hip with your left heel up. This gives us access to the chair back and even the chair seat as we make our way to a stand or attempt to. Here, bring your left sit bone right at the edge of the chair, and this will allow the knee to come down, and you probably will feel a stretch here. This is really common. This is a very common area to be very tight. So as we bring the thigh down, this will help us to stretch this area, which gets really tight. From here, take your left hand and press out. We've already done this type of movement before. So now we're just going to circle the hand forward and then back. Press. Imagine the air is heavy and you're pressing the air forward and then pulling it back. This will work the back of your shoulder and the muscles along the side of your torso. The next time your left hand comes forward, hinge at the hips. And then come back. Now you'll notice that I have the hand here on the chair back, and your left heel is up, right heel is grounded. Now start to hinge forward and maybe partially lift and then come down. I call this testing the strength of our legs. If it feels good, go ahead and come all the way up to a stand and then ease yourself back down. The hinge forward gives you the forward motion, and then your hand on the chair seat or the chair back you can use to help and assist on the way up. And then the real driver of this exercise is this left leg. Keeping the heel up, push down through the ball of the foot, hinging forward, and then coming up. 2 more times. On this one, stay tall, and if you need to, take a seat back, yet pivot yourself forward. And then from here, take the arms out wide and sink the chi. 1 more time, and then bend your knees and come to a seat. Easy does it. And now we're ready to go to the other side. Go ahead and turn left. Bring your right knee underneath your hip joint and keep your right heel up. Ground down with your left heel and thigh. Feel the anchor of your whole left foot. Bring your left hand to the chair back or to the chair seat, and we'll begin just by pushing your right arm forward and scooping back. Making that circle to the front. Now we know what's already going to happen, and maybe this stretch in the front of your right thigh feels different, or maybe it feels the same. Just notice. Start to hinge forward and then sit up tall again. Press the air forward and bring your chest forward, keeping your head over the ribs, over the hips, and over your right thigh. Add a little half stand and then back down again. Now you want to keep engaging the muscles along the side of the hip and your lower belly. Press forward and then come down. 3 more times. On this one, if you've come up, stay up with me. And then turn to face the front. Soften your knees, breathe in, and sink the chi to center. One more time, and take a seat. If you need to, you have the chair back or the chair seat to assist you. And then bring your thighs towards one another, right at the edge of the seat, and bring your arms down by your sides. And now we begin from the very beginning. Press forward and rotate, and then come back in, and we go right to the other side. Alternating the push and alternating the look with the rotation. 2 more sets here. One more time. Now we look to the side and press. Just with the head, press out. Keep your spine upright and tall, or push yourself right back into the chair back. We have 2 more sets here. Use the slow movements to feel the difference between each side. Turning now to your right, bringing your left knee underneath with your heel up. Hinge forward and circle. We're doing 4 total. You can stay seated or do a little lift, getting a bit higher each time. You see here I have my hand on the chair back. I love the way this feels empowering, strengthening, as well as stretching. This is our last time. Stay up, and you can turn face front. Keep your feet wide. Take a seat with this one. We sink the chi right back to our seats, and then pivot to the left. 4 times, hinging forward, scooping back. Up a little bit, or stay low. You can stay right on your seat, or come with me each time, standing just a little bit higher, and I'm still using the hand on the chair. Last time. Come forward, sink your chi. Take a seat if you aren't already there this time. Use the chair seat or the chair back to assist if you need to. And we go right back to the beginning. Arms come down by your side, soften at the elbows, reach your left foot, left arm, and hinge forward. And switch. Pushing your heel to the floor and driving the toes to the ceiling, feeling the stretch and length out each side of the body. Last set. Looking to the right, left leg out. Stay seated tall. One more set. Turning to your right side, dropping your left knee underneath. Hinge forward. Keep your left heels up and your right heel grounded. Little higher lift each time if you want, or stay seated. One more. Come center. Breathe in, sink your chi. Take a seat if you're not already there, and turn to the left, bringing your right knee underneath. Keep your right heel up and hinge forward with the press. Two more. Gradually make your way up to a stand if you're going there. And on this one, we stay upright if you feel centered. Otherwise, take a seat and sink your chi with me here. If you're standing, come to a seat with me now. Bringing the feet back in, we'll do one more to each side. Hinge and pull. Switch. Look to the right, press out your right hand, left leg comes forward. Right leg forward, look left. Pivot to the right, left knee underneath your hip, rise, pivot and turn or stay seated, and then take a seat if you're standing with me. To the left, rise up, or stay seated, come center, and take a seat. Bringing your feet right outside of the hips. You can stay seated right on the edge of the seat or move yourself back to the chair back. Sitting tall, reaching your head to the ceiling, and the bones that we sit on, your hip bones, your sit bones, balanced and grounded onto the chair. Your feet firmly planted. Lift your heels, keep your toes down, and let your arms come up. And then bring the energy back to your center, lowering the heels. Each time lifting your heels gently off the floor. We've added the heel lift in this sink the chi to just feel the rise and the fall of the breath, the yin and the yang, head to ceiling, feet to floor, front to back, and left to right. Two more. Your hands on your thighs. Move your feet back closer to one another. And you can stay seated tall or move yourself back to the chair back. Find your tall seated posture with your strong abdominals and your strong back, the yin and the yang of your torso. Deep breath. One more. I look forward to moving with you again soon, and I hope you find the balance of your yin and yang throughout the rest of the day.